Hey everyone, Kyle once again. Welcome back to the next episode review of Kowloon Generic Romance, episode 12. You know, with one more episode to go, I'm just like, but after this, the ending of this, I'm like, once again, which I know now though, this is all, this whole world of Kowloon has been created by Kudo though, but now by the end of this episode, it's like, wow. But anyway, before that though, so after Zione, the Chinese guy, and Yomei, they left, right? And so, but Yulong, that's where I got the guy who I forgot his name was, the white hair guy who's been like more on the tech support on what's going on with the whole Cologne, right? He's the one who has been chatting with Yomei during that whole in that internet cafe was. So he calls her and say, "Hey, we don't need to kill we don't need to kill Reiko, right? You know. But what we need to focus now is basically is on Kudo. So, and then afterwards we see Miyuki, which because that's the guy who was the snake guy basically. That's always called him because he looks like it. But it was Miyuki. He goes visits his father, and about I think he has getting like dementia or something like that or something, and so yeah, how it's his turn basically to run the company, and so, and it's the whole thing of doing with the whole cover up, because this his whole, as I said before, his whole pharmaceutical company is the one who's responsible for covering up the incident of what happened in Cologne, and so Gwen goes out, tries to find him. He does, this is or what those like, well, because also like because Yulon was telling him because he called Miyuki as well. Is like, have you been swallowed by the whole thing of Cologne as well, of the whole generic thing? Because also he tried to access his laptop of his files, but the thing won't. Everything he had he couldn't access because the whole thing is up there though. So I was like, oh, I couldn't access my own files I wanted to. So I mean, just this whole entire thing is just is just one big mess up situation right now because I'm still processing what's going on because like I said, this has been the best easily so far, easily of the season, easily, and the whole the bombshells and all of the twists it just drops down. It's like, jeez, man. And even um when Reiko just goes down to that path where she saw in through the vision in the glasses, where she goes, Yulong accompanies her, and they both go to that exact door where the original Rico got the drugs from, and it's supposed to be like what was the some kind of I forget what it was though, but you're not supposed to take too many of them, or else you'll overdose and die. I guess I assume that's what the real Rico did though, but she does get the pills though, and so and and because also because she never met Yulong, not yet up until this point though. Tells her that I want to be my own self. I do. I want to be my own self. No, not the original Reiko was. And she's like, okay, all right, good luck on that. But the whole thing at the end, where where she tells the whole thing was basically, but with the whole thing, we found that this whole thing is created by Kudo. Because Yulong always mentions that it's been summer all the time. He's keeping repeating summer and summer, no other seasons, right? So she goes to says to goes to Kudo, like, hey, do you want to stay here forever or? But the whole thing when Kudo he says I'm troubled, right? He says with that little worried face, he says I am troubled, and then the whole thing starts shaking like earthquake, right? But that's what happened because that's what he did previously when he supposedly had that nightmare. But he's conscious of right now. He's doing it all on his own. Then all of a sudden, like stuff and the people of the city, they start disappearing now. I'm like, well, as I would expect, because this whole thing's been created by him, so. So it was like, I'm not shocked, but because I know this is all him though. But just thinking he can just do it at his own will, right? Because like it's like the second you knew that Chinese guy, like he didn't know there was another him, right? The little girl version of him. The second he knew that, he made her disappear. So, but now he's doing so willingly now that he's making everybody disappear now, including some. I saw some more objects too, though, but he's making everybody, everything disappear now. I'm like, jeez. So this whole thing is just, now it goes in further. This whole thing is done by Kudo, which I already said I knew though. But this is like him now. He's physically doing it himself now, making everybody disappear now. So, but yeah, but just episode 12 is like, I'm like, what? I was like, now he's no he is. It's like he is doing this. He is really doing this now. I'm just like, am I shocked or non-shocked? Well, because I'm not shocked at all because, like I said, I know now this is him though. But I was like, geez, damn. I just now wonder how this is end because this is gonna be the end. There's no follow up to anything after episode 13, which now makes me interested in checking out the live action version when it comes out soon though, or later on though. But I'm actually interested because it's like the book series has a different ending, this is a different ending, and then the live action will have a different ending. I'm like, okay, but I am interested in seeing the live action version though. So, but for now, episode 12 is like, damn man. But I'm really looking forward to see how episode 13 is gonna end though. I really am. Yep. So hopefully stay tuned for next week. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and for the finale of Kowloon Generic Romance, and we'll see you next time. Later.